What if I told you the watchmakers that made this watch, a brand you've probably never heard of, are actually one of the oldest watch brands in the world? Think of the greats like Patek Philippe, Vacheron, and pretty much any brand you can think of. Jaquet was around before those brands were even an idea. If heritage is something you value in watches, well, Jaquet should be on your hit list. In fact, the only brand older than Jaquet is Blancpain, with only a mere 3-year difference. After almost 3 centuries of existence, today I would like to present to you the Jaquet Skelet-One Plasma Ceramic. When I think of Jaquet, I always think of classic minimalist pieces. However, this piece we have in front of us is far from classic and is definitely not minimalist. But this thing is awesome. Let's first dissect the name itself, Skelet-One Plasma Ceramic. Okay, we can all guess Skelet is for the skeletonization of the dial, but what is plasma? Now if you look closer, you don't get the usual dark black finishing on the case. You get a metallic, beautifully polished finish that almost looks like titanium. But plasma ceramic in a nutshell is a white ceramic base treated with plasma at 20,000 degrees Celsius. After the process, we get this beautifully dark gray finishing. While I do not see any real life differences other than a change of color and perhaps a cool way to describe your watch to your friends, you have to keep in mind this watch is still ceramic, so you still get a highly scratch and corrosion resistant piece. Now let's first get the technical specs out of the way. We get a 41.5mm case, 12.8mm thickness, and a lug-to-lug, which means top to bottom, of approximately 48mm. Now this watch is definitely a bigger piece. At 41.5mm, that is not the only factor you look at. Keep in mind this watch is all dial, so it definitely shows the size on the wrist. The 48mm does help aid the wearability to fit most wrist sizes. But have this ceramic case and a full skeletonized dial, I actually think the size is perfect. Any smaller it would look a little too cluttered, and any bigger would look a little bit too spacious. The watch is super comfortable on the wrist and I never get bored of looking at it. This is actually one of those watches that accidentally made it to my grail list. Now when we put this watch under macro is where you really appreciate this piece. Skeletonized dials are very hard to make because when you expose all of your finishing skills to the world, well, you have to get things perfect. While I can't speak for many, Jaquet's finishing is top notch. Couldn't find a single flaw under the loupe. The black frosted finishing is done exceptional, and then you have that gray brushing that is absolutely perfect. Now the movement powering this piece is the caliber 2663 SQ. This movement is actually a Frederic Piguet based caliber that has been heavily modified by Jaquet. The movement has some technical upgrades that include a silicone hairspring and a pallet fork. You also get 68 hours of power reserve, and as I mentioned before, the finishing is absolutely top notch. Now this is a watch I wasn't expecting to like as much as I do. In fact, this has gone into my grail list. This is a watch I want to add to my personal collection. There's just something so stunning about the amount of finishing you get on the skeletonized dial, the aesthetic of the plasma ceramic. It's just an overall really cool watch. If you get a chance to check out Jaquet at any authorized dealer, there's a few pieces I recommend that you check out, but one of the best pieces I've seen so far from the brand is the Jaquet Skelet-One Plasma Ceramic. If you can check it out at an authorized dealer, I highly recommend it. If not to buy, at least to just appreciate the finishing. But guys, I would like to thank you so much for joining me today. Please let us know in the comment section below what you think about this watch. I also want to hear from you, what is your grail piece? What is a watch you think nobody really knows about, but they should? Let us know in the comment section below. And finally, let's talk about today's sponsor, Exquisite Timepieces. When considering your next luxury purchase, it's important to find someone you can trust, but also authorized dealers for the brands. Today's sponsor is ExquisiteTimepieces.com. Exquisite Timepieces have been in the business for the past 30 years, and they're authorized dealers for many brands such as Omega, Plopa, Breguet, Glasuta, and many more. They also carry high-end watches in the pre-owned section, so make sure you check out ExquisiteTimepieces.com or book a call with Exquisite Timepieces to consult about your next purchase.